Hello and welcome to Low Budget Gaming and welcome to another first Descendant video. So today I have a build guide for the Last Dagger. This gun got a buff with the latest patch 1.2.7 on the 13th of February. We also got level 10 cores the week before, and this gun has a rework to the unique ability, making it absolutely insane. You can now one phase some of the later Colossus like Molten Fortress with this gun. So this build here is more of a general purpose build for most missions and Colossus. I have a second build in mind, but I want to make a second copy of the gun before making that because I've been running the Void Erosion Purge stage 30 with Haley a lot recently, and I'm getting Glay teammates that are using the Last Dagger. So I wanted to build around that because up until now I did not bother making Glay simply because people were using rocket launchers and just blinding. So I did not want to do that. But with this now, Last Dagger being good, I'm willing to make other builds for other descendants for the later Void Erosion stages. And I thought Glay plus Last Dagger would be a nice combination. So I'll try and do that. May take a little time, but yeah, that would be much preferable than blinding your eyes with rocket launchers. So anyway, with this gun, what I have here is again, like I said, a general purpose build for various things. So let me just show you the unique ability first, how it works, and then some of the things this gun can do. So if you look over here, we have a crit hit rate of 16.68. Okay. The unique ability, the way this works is when you shoot at an enemy, when you hit an enemy, it gives you patience and last dagger. So two abilities you get just for hitting an enemy. You get them at the same time. Now, lethal dagger, this one here, will give you 2.2% extra crit damage per hit, and you get a total of 30 stacks. Patience doesn't give you anything as such, but you get the stacks of it nonetheless. Now, when you have 30 stacks of patience, you get something called strike. When you next reload the gun, it'll shoot all the bullets in one go and give you more extra damage. So basically, when you have 30 stacks of patience, you get strike. Okay, so this is how it looks like. So you have this guy here. First, I'll just shoot him once. So you'll see the crit rate has gone up from 16 to 19. Shoot him again, and it goes up a little more, 22%. Okay, so we do this 30 times. So in order to do 30 times, we need more than 30 bullets in the gun, obviously. And now we have strike. You notice that. So now this time when I shoot, it'll shoot all the bullets in one and then reload again. So big damage and it'll empty the whole magazine. So you need a good 30-40 bullets minimum. Minimum would be 30 if you don't miss anything, but more would be nice. So I have 57 here with the setup that I've gone with, and you do some crazy damage with this gun. You can also, like I said, one phase some of the Colossus in the game with this gun. So we have Molten Fortress here, hit the weak point, break the jaw. Now we get the strike, and you can see almost took him out there. So I couldn't believe it when I tried it in the lab. I thought the HP of Molten Fortress is reduced in the lab or something. So I actually went and did the mission directly, and yeah, you can one phase Molten Fortress with a handgun now. It's just that ridiculous. Remember how hard Molten Fortress used to be, and all the random people quitting because of the mechanic of shooting the poles and things like that. It's just crazy. Now we can kill him with a hand cannon. Not even a hand cannon, handgun, pistol. Anyway, so that is how things have changed so far. Let's look at the build now. So with the build, again, like I said, I have made it as a sort of all-round build for a bit of Colossus fighting and just normal fighting. So I've worked into the weak point because the weak point is decent on the gun. We have 1.6 weak points, so I've tried to increase that. Now we have rifling reinforcement, action and reaction. By the way, this page is bugged apparently for a while, so don't read into this too much. I'll show you the final numbers. So rifling reinforcement, action and reaction. We have better insight, better concentration. We have 2 for ammo. So we have concentrate support ammo, and we expand weapon charge, concentration priority, fire rate, and I have 2 for weak point. So weak point sight and focus fire. This will give you 20% weak point and also give you critical hit damage. Now, like I said, the gun will increase your crit point anyway. So with this setup that I have, at full 30 we are getting 100% crit anyway. So if we get the Vulgus again, So when I get the 30 stacks, we are at max crit rate anyway. So you just have to build it up so that you can max it out. So yeah, so this is the setup here with the gun. And for the rolls here on the weapon, I have firearm attack, firearm critical hit damage, weak point damage, and then finally I have recoil, which is again because I ran out of fine adjustment axis. What I wanted was additional damage against Colossus. You can also add a little bit of weak point, not weak point, crit hit rate. Don't put rounds per magazine because that will only give you like one extra bullet, so don't bother with that. As for the weapon course, I went with the firearm critical hit damage in the free slot and 2 firearm attacks. I did not build into any element. You can put 2 rounds per magazine in the green course, or you can put 1 fire rate as well. The fire rate felt fine to me. But if, like I said, if I'm making the other build for clay and the later void erosion stages, I'll experiment a little bit more with that one. I don't want to mess with this one. So fire rate is 800 to begin with. You can put 1 core instead of the extra ammo. Just make sure you have enough ammo in the gun, like 40, 42 bullets to get the 30 stacks in 1 magazine. Otherwise, you'll have to reload and then reload, all of that. So just try to have like 40, 45 bullets so that you can get the full 30 stacks. And that way you can put 1 firearm attack here. Now, if you want to build into element, what you can do is you can maybe drop the focus fire and put one of the elements. You can see here I have catalyzed it with the M thing, and you can also put toxic here, for example. This will give you decent damage. You can see you get 15,000 anyway over here. You can also use the inversion to get some more toxic. You can add, maybe remove this and put poison priority, and then catalyze these 2 sockets for different elements, and so you'll get some damage. I would recommend against putting an element over here because that will be fixed. You'll have a hard time switching them, wasting cores and things like that. So just using that would be a better use in my opinion. So anyway, so this is the build I have right now over here for Colossus killing and for just general mobbing content. Where is focus fire? So yeah, so only thing to make this ideal would be instead of recoil, put damage against Colossus. That way you can use this as a genuine Colossus killing gun. You can kill Gluttony as well with this one, but obviously you won't be able to one phase because that guy gets enraged a little too quickly. But yeah, all the solo bosses you can comfortably take out with this gun. Just shoot their weak points and do a lot of damage. Yeah, it's just ridiculous now that we have a handgun killing Colossus. Remember how hard it was? We had to min-max our enduring legacy perfectly to get the bosses, and Flena's fourth was used a lot, stuff like that. Anyway, so that is the build for the insane handgun, the Last Dagger. I can't wait to get started on a second build for this for Clay and build Clay as well finally. Now the reason I'm going to build a second one is because this gun is actually a little easier to farm. So if you go into the library, and this is one of the guns that doesn't need additional research materials. You just have to repeat the missions and you get the parts directly. And these are available in Echo Swamp, normal difficulty. So yeah, it'll be a little boring to run the missions over and over. But yeah, I don't see this being too difficult to get 5 copies. Plus, we also have an event in game that will give us 2 boxes of ultimate weapons. So you can get 2 daggers over there. It's there right there, second one over there. So yeah, you can get 2 copies with this method. Okay, you can see I've already done 3 days. 1 more day and I should get that. And yeah, so I need to farm 3 copies and I'll be able to get another set of Last Dagger and then build up Clay and see what this gun can do in the later stages of the void erosion. Because I wanted to attempt solo, but not with a launcher. So that's why I thought I'll use this one, because now it's a genuine option. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you did, let me know what you think of the Last Dagger. Have you built it? And yeah, this is absolutely insane now.